Today's race was just for qualifying for Saturday's final, and it was nothing much. And the important thing was just to test also the body, just to feel that we are in a good position.
It was not about time, it was just about kind of qualification and getting a nice run. It's a little bit cool, so that also maybe helps a little bit in terms of temperature. And I mean, I'm after coming off a fantastic 800 in New York, expectations are high, and I think he himself also, just needs to lower the tempo a bit, maybe by running a rather relaxed but controlled 800 meter heat today. So I mean, it's something that now we have to wait and see how Saturday will develop. Finals are always a bit different from semi-finals, even in major championships. Semi-finals are sometimes the biggest pitfalls for elite athletes. But at the same time, every race for David and the few races he runs are there for a reason, and I always like him to learn something from every race, regardless of the importance of the race. You might say, oh, heats are easy and heats are something, but you come off the track, you've learned something about yourself, you learn something about, this is basically the beginning of the Olympics. This is the first round of the Olympics, and if you can see it like that, because he really has only one paced race between now and the Olympics. So it's getting him into a new mentality. It's getting him into a new way of getting away from the pacing and getting away from thinking that I can run good times. Good times don't count for anything when it comes to championship running.
There's a lot of pressure, being the current world record holder in 800 meter and the world champion. And this year is a big year, and it's Olympic year, and everybody loves these sports. They love Olympic, and I know there's a lot of expectation. Of course, people expect us to perform well, but it's a good it's a good thing, because when you channel that pressure into a positive attitude, I think it will make us perform well.
Yeah, I was happy having Rudisha in the track, and I'm always happy being with him, because he's that man who can go in front and run faster. So I believe he's the man to be watched, actually, especially in London. So because he's in a good form right now. So that's a privilege with us Kenyans as we are going to the London. We follow him, then we'll make it.
David Rudisha right now is in great shape. He's even more great shape than 2010, and I think this year is gonna bring bring the medal to Kenya, gold of course, and maybe I'm not gonna be surprised if he will not break the world record again.
Going to Daegu last year, I had so many problems. I lost my mother, so I was disturbed. So I think for this Olympic, I have to go and do something there. So I'm ready to make for the Olympics, and then after I'll see what I can do there, because according to my training, which I've done since January, I believe now I can do something for this country. Everybody is in a good form, so we expect competition to be high.
Yesterday, when I checked the program at Athletics Kenya, the program was saying it was going to be 145. So what I did today is that I didn't recheck the program last night. So on my mind sleeping, I thought the program was supposed to be 145. So I had breakfast like really late today. So the first 500, that's when I feel like a really bad pain. And then going towards 600, that's when it goes worse. And then I was like, I'm not gonna finish because I don't want to injure myself. I know it's gonna stress me up because I had prepared myself for these games, and since now I didn't make it, it's gonna be really bad for me, because I was really prepared for it, and I knew I was going to make the team and go to London and bring the medals.
But boys, this year doesn't seem, he didn't get it right indoor, and he hasn't got it very well. He ran a fairly good race in New York, 144 I think, in New York, so it gave a little hope that he was going to really have a bash at the trials, but it's not to be for him. So, but I don't think he would only be in the mix anyway. With the others, I don't think the Federation would have looked at Boys as somebody whom we'd like to have in the team. Okay, he ran in Beijing in 2008, but that doesn't, that wouldn't have caused a big concern to the Federation that they'd be talking about a wild card for Boys. I think Boys is still very far from being considered as a wild card for Olympics.
Now, my 2012 Olympics has shut her down. It gives me the hunger for me to really work hard, to really maintain my shape, to really to do what's best, so that by the time 2016 or even like next year World Championship in Moscow, I'll be in a good shape so that I can represent my country and bring medals as possible.